Sorry about that, guys. It's because something weird's happening to this laptop, bro. Alright, there it's working again. Bro, I hate going live on this laptop. Today it's really testing my patience. I want to go back to my other laptop. Hold on, wait, let y'all know. I'm gonna let y'all know. Oh, I'm feeling the heat. Oh, let me create a post. Alright, nobody's commenting? Alright, do we have... Alright, we're at 0 people. Bro! The moment... Great, it's lagging again. It's lagging again for some reason. Oh! Alright, the second half is underway. Bro, this is lagging. So no substitutions from either team. I'm sorry if this is lag. It's because this laptop, I don't like it. I don't like this laptop. Not at all. This laptop's being a butthole to me today. And now they're cleaning it either. Oh wait, and I wanted to talk to y'all about something too. All right, I'm sorry if this is laggy. This laptop is just not it. You know what? I think I'm gonna just be muted. Good shot. Bro, I'm never gonna stream on this laptop again. Bro, I'm never gonna stream on this laptop again. Uh, okay, now it's working. Never mind. All right, now it's working. Okay, now it's working. Oh, I got 3 YouTube notifications. All right, sorry guys. This laptop is not it. This laptop is not it, guys. I'm never streaming on this laptop again. I'm never streaming on this laptop again. Guys, I have a little issue. And this is quite a big issue in my opinion. And I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm just shocked. Because look, I asked y'all what your favorite Bruno Mars album was. 6 of you voted for doo-wops and hooligans, which don't get me wrong, it's an amazing album. It's an amazing album. And only one of you chose the 24 Karat Magic album, which, don't get me wrong, another solid one, another solid one. But nobody choosing an unorthodox jukebox or Silk Sonic? That's crazy. That's diabolical. I'm kidding. I know we all have our tastes, but how did you not choose an orthodox jukebox? Don't get me wrong, I love each and every single one of these albums, but I feel like out of all of them, the most underrated one is Unorthodox Jukebox. Being honest. This laptop's making me mad. BRB, guys. Be right back. Be right back. Be right back.
El alma mater de Celso, aunque ahora juega para la Liga. Pelota para Sánchez contra el Costa. Sánchez pelea, Sánchez gira, Jorge todavía. Entrega para el Piojo. Roberto Carlos por el medio. Alexis la dejó. Chávez.
I'm back. I'm back. I just wanted to go grab a water bottle. How's chat doing? I'm sorry if this live stream's a little laggy. It's because this all good crossing and it's deflected off by Costa Rica. I haven't really been able to focus in the second half because I have a lot in my mind. They know like us. What? And now here goes Edson Alvarez. I believe that's Jorge Sanchez back to Edson Alvarez. Alvarez is playing really good. Good shot by Chavez and it just goes over the crossbar. Mexico hasn't been conclusive. I feel like that's their issue. Alright. Adam, I'm so sorry that this. Alright. Bro, this laptop is a pain. I don't want to stream on this laptop anymore. It's being mean. And it's another booking of a yellow card for Costa Rica. So yeah, Adam, welcome back. I saw, dude, I saw. I think Monterrey is out. River versus Inter is gonna be pretty interesting. And now here goes Costa Rica. Recovered beautifully by Alexis Vega, and the ball goes out for a throw-in in favor of Mexico. That's crazy. And now here goes Mexico back on the counterattack. Here goes Piojo Alvarado. Good crossing for Raul! And the ball goes out. Raul Jimenez just missed. He just missed one of his greatest opportunities to score, ladies and gentlemen. Mexico has been so close to scoring. Beautiful center by Piojo Alvarado, but Raul Jimenez's header just goes. It didn't go in. It went outside the net, ladies and gentlemen. That was an amazing header, dude. And it's a booking of a yellow too, Cesar Montes.
Es a 3 metros de la portería, ya con el arquero recorriendo vencido, que no vaya simplemente el remate de lleno por la frente diciéndole que sí, de frente.
That was crazy. And it's throwing in favor of Mexico. There's gonna be a substitution for Costa Rica.
Sí, se va el número 22 por parte del conjunto costarricense, Carlos Mora. E ingresa con el número 7, Andy Rojas, que milita en la MLS con el New York. Y seguramente por la amonestación, ¿no? El Piojo es un tipo inteligente que prefiere que no tener ese tipo de riesgos en un partido que está muy cerrado, ¿no? Porque por eso la lateral derecha que le cae es Mateo Chávez, que ha sido muy bien. Yo creo que es para aventar el equipo arriba, ¿no? Andy se queda de lateral y Rojas va a ir un poquito al medio campo. Correcto, y Andy Rojas tiene una característica muy especial, que es romper líneas a través de la conducción. Es una gran ventaja que tiene él. Juega en el...
Costa Rica's just playing counterattack. I don't know if that's good or if that's bad. Costa Rica creating a dangerous attack. And now here goes Mexico, perhaps with a counterattack of their own. And there's a foul committed by Alexis Vega.
Diciendo que está haciendo tiempo y que si no le muestran, por favor, al jugador tico el tarjetón por ese tiempo, lo van a tener que revisar porque sí, el golpe, al parecer por ahí en las costillas, lo tiene todavía incapacitado, siquiera para sentarse.
Y Brian López va a tranquilizar al Vasco. Ahí está la caída. Lo pisa en la mano, me parece. Sí. Le pisa en la mano a Alexis Vega y eso duele muchísimo. Y acá está el anterior Kikín.
That header though by Raúl Jiménez, you cannot miss those.
El pisotón sobre Mitchell fue accidental, pero le duele muchísimo cuando rebotó. Hermano, qué bárbaro. Este es con el Guapiles, claro. ¿Por qué no Keylor se va a vivir a Guapiles? Se va a ver a España. También está la Costa Rica. Ya te la Chanwich. Mira, no más la seriedad, el perfil. No, le sumaste ceritos a tu cuentita. No.
So, in the foul, they were both going for the ball. They both fell, but Alexis Vega's foot landed right on the player of Costa Rica's arm. Well, not arm, but hand. And right now they're checking on him to see if he could continue playing. But yeah, nearly 60 minutes. Actually, not already 60 minutes played. We're at the 1 hour mark. So it was Mitchell and Alexis Vega. Yikes.
Ojalá que no sea de gravedad para este central que tiene buenas hechuras, es un tipo férreo a la marca y que eso se hace sentir y que todavía está.
A free kick and now it's taken by Keylor Navas, long shot.
El toque al frente, el rechazo defensivo del Machín.
Beautifully recovered by Costa Rica, and here goes Costa Rica on their counterattack. Beautiful pass, and now with a terrible shot, and the ball goes out for a goal kick. In favor of Mexico, ladies and gentlemen.
Entendemos que es un equipo joven que le gusta la transición, pero que también en estos últimos partes del juego, sobre todo en el último cuarto de cancha,
A lot of pressure, dude. A lot of pressure.
y eso lo tuvieron, y cuando lo hacen tienen una opción, puedo decir clara, pero por lo menos una opción para
For real, dude. Mexico's closing up. And that's actually a really good thing for Mexico. And now here goes Raul Jimenez. Raul Jimenez now inside the box looking for a cross in, and it's cut by Keylor Navas. And Luis Chavez goes down, ladies and gentlemen. But Mexico's locking up Costa Rica really nicely. I think this might end in a draw or a 1-0. Now thinking about it, I don't think there's going to be a 2-1 victory. It's either going to end 0-0 or 1-0. Whoever scores first basically wins the match, in my opinion. That's the way I see this game. But it's still 0-0, guys. And now Keylor Navas with a long pass. Or good crossing. Beautifully recovered by Mexico. And it's recovered now by Costa Rica, but it's recovered once again by Mexico. And here goes Raul Jimenez. Raul Jimenez. Bro, I'm so sorry if I can't name all the players. Mexico expected to keep. Yeah, dude, I think that's what they're doing. Mexico's locking up so that they don't get scored on. But if I have to be completely honest here, this whole match has been Mexico's game. Costa Rica hasn't really done much damage to Mexico. And now there's a small fight, ladies and gentlemen. A small fight, guys. Bro, people are recording. People are literally recording. Hashtag viral, am I right? Bro, Miguel Herrera was just staring. Miguel Herrera was just staring at them, bro. Like, that one parent was like, yeah, just do what you want to do. But now, dude, I've always loved Miguel Herrera. Such an amazing coach. True, dude, this little fight that they had wasn't even, it wasn't big. It was just like a few pushes and that's all.
Estamos en la cancha. Se va al número 3 por parte de Costa Rica, Jaylan Mitchell. Y el que ingresa es el número 26, Jaylan Mitchell. Que me parece que no se recuperó.
And there's a foul in favor of Costa Rica. Adam, let me know when you're able to join so that I could send you the link. Nah, but how did Raul Jimenez miss that? They crossed it to him. He headed it like that, and it went away from the post. An indirect free kick in favor of Costa Rica. All right. I feel you, Adam. I feel you. Good crossing. And Costa Rica's back on the attack. Deciding to play back. Bro, I feel you though. That's literally me when I go to like the store with like my mom and my dad. Like they say that they're only going for one thing and they end up taking hours to take multiple things. I feel you, bro. That's the Mexican struggle right there, especially when they go to Ross or to Marshalls. Because when they're like, mijo, let's go to Ross, but I'm only getting this one thing, you know you're going to take hours and what a shot! And it's off the crossbar. Costa Rica has had another chance, but it barely goes to the crossbar. What a shot, ladies and gentlemen. Ross and another that nah, R.I.P. bro, R.I.P. Bro, you know that when you have Mexican parents and you're at Ross, you're gonna take forever, bro. You're gonna take forever. If you have Mexican parents and they're like, let's go to Ross, you know you're never getting out the store. Hold on, guys. I want to see if y'all remember this. Only OGs remember this. Only OGs remember this. Hold on, wait.
Hay una parte donde los asientos tienen una pantalla y no crees que una pantalla.
Only OGs remember this. Hold on, wait.
Entonces tú estás viendo las repeticiones desde tu lugar, no necesitas ver la pantalla del estadio, pero además donde colocas el vaso o la botella de agua.
Only OGs remember this.
Y tiene cargador para tu celular. La chévere, la chulada. Así deben de costar esos asientos, ¿no? Malta sobre Chávez.
Bro, hold on.
Y ahora sí, momento de los cambios.
Raúl Jimenez is being subbed out for Santi Jimenez. Do y'all remember this? Bam. Rabbit Man. Rabbit Man. Wait, even after this game ends, if you don't mind, could you be on? Yeah. Yeah, Adam. But yeah, guys, I'm Rabbit Man. Never mind. Because if I do it like that, it's going to be copyrighted, and I don't want that. What a terrible shot by Costa Rica. 0-0, ladies and gentlemen. It's like they're just scared to score on each other. These are AA batteries, but I don't even think I have AA's. I have double D's. I'm kidding. Let's go. Adam's finally going home. I'm Rabbit Man, boy. Yeah. I'm kidding. 70 minutes and 40 seconds into the match. They're still 0-0, ladies and gentlemen. You know, now that I think about it, I should have just kept my face like. Here goes Gallardo for Alexis Vega. Alexis Vega plays back for Luis Chavez. And now Jorge Sanchez. And now Roberto Alvarado. And now here goes Luis Chavez. Chavez to Alexis. Alexis back to Chavez. Ruiz. Now for Piojo Alvarado. No, wait, that's not Piojo Alvarado. That's Jorge Sanchez. And now Alexis Vega. Alexis Vega with a good pass to Santi Jimenez. Jimenez to Chavez. For Ruiz. Jorge Sanchez. Plays back for Ruiz. Ruiz for Chavez. And now here goes Alexis Vega. Recovered now by Costa Rica. Now, beautiful slide tackle by Alexis Vega. And there's going to be a booking. A booking to Luis Chavez. A booking to Luis Chavez, ladies and gentlemen. It's a booking of a yellow card for Luis Chavez. Oh yeah, as I was saying, it would have been cool if like I had started YouTube on like during the summer, and like I could have done a face reveal. But I feel like then that would have just destroyed my entire channel because I don't want to be like Dream Bro. So I'm kind of glad I didn't have my face. Because I got nothing to hide. Hold on, wait. But yeah, guys, only OGs remember this mask. Feels weird using it now that I have like long hair. And now it's Malagon. Ruiz. Edson Alvarez. Edson Alvarez is a center defense mid, but Man City Juventus is on Thursday. That's crazy. Man City Juventus, that's going to be interesting. And now here goes Jorge Sanchez. Kept out by Costa Rican. And now Mexico's going to make two substitutions. And now good crossing by Alexis! And it's Keylor Navas. Bro, I don't know what's going on in this game. Mexico could have been winning right now, but they're not. Costa Rica, in my opinion, has been pretty disappointing in this match. So Marcel Ruiz is being subbed out for Charlie Rodriguez. And then Cesar Chino Huerta is being subbed in for, hold on, wait. Okay, so Marcel Ruiz is subbed out for Charlie Rodriguez. Piojo Alvarado is subbed out for Chino Huerta. Solid substitutions in my opinion. And now here goes Costa Rica is trying to attack, but Mexico's just not letting them.
Bueno, pues ya los técnicos estamos en Las Vegas, ya tiraron sus
All right, guys, I'm here.
Ya barajaron naipes.
I'm here, guys. Bro, I don't like this laptop.
No le ha tocado el chino. Vamos a ver, la pide desesperado por la derecha. Gallardo viene México por la izquierda. Alexis Vega, disparo directo para comido. Pan comido para Taylor. Sí, con toda su experiencia y su calma, la toma a dos manos, no da rebote. Ya está, mi Paco, descríbenos cómo va el grupo A, por favor. Igual el grupo A. Al momento, México con este resultado sería primero. Viajaría el próximo sábado a Phoenix para enfrentar a Arabia Saudita. Costa Rica viajaría a Minneapolis como segundo de grupo para enfrentar a Estados Unidos. Eso es lo que se está jugando. Así es, así es. El 28 de junio en Phoenix, México, Arabia. El 29 de junio del 2022, Estados Unidos. Ahora el Mundial de Clubes. Todo el fútbol es nuestro. Todo el fútbol es tuyo este verano. Oye, Paco, compañeros, y el Club de Costa Rica de tener un técnico que en lo táctico sabe modificar sobre la marcha, ¿no? Porque me parece que el Piojo, cuando cambió línea de 4, meter más gente en el medio campo, anuló los circuitos también que estaba aprovechando en el primer tiempo. El Piojo es un gran lector ahí junto con Álvaro Valiendo del tema táctico. Sí, de acuerdo. Y ahí lo de Benjamín, ahí es cuando yo esperaría que Javier le mandara otro 9. Exactamente. Dos centrales, vamos a jugar mano a mano ahí contra los centrales. ¿De acuerdo? Y no sería.
There. Can y'all see it all right? Can y'all hear me? And now Gallardo with the cross and then it's kept out by Costa Rica. Bro, I hate this laptop today. I'm not gonna. I swear I'm not gonna stream on this laptop again. Because for some reason, I think it's funny. It's being a pain in my not good area. But yeah, guys, I'm really mad.
Un abrazo a todos los azulones de Millonarios en todo el país. Y hay mucho colombiano que nos sigue.
4 more minutes. All right. Bro, hold on, wait. Why? Why is this laptop doing this to me? This laptop is way off when it comes to Bot Mob. You know what? Screw it, I'm up. Great. Now I disappeared. Bro, I'm so mad right now. Alright, there. I think
Charlie para Alexis, la rebota. Alexis ya se está quedando cortito de piernas, ¿eh? Después el cañito sobre Johan le da un no me olvide a Manfred Ugalde.
Right there. Bro, I hate this live stream. I hate this live stream.
Alexis gira, buena marcación. Jiménez la dejó pasando. El balón rebotado. El machín entra con el cuerpo y después la manda para fuera del terreno de juego. No ha tenido muchos balones, ¿verdad? En este partido ha estado un poquitito más suelto Martínez en el ataque.
You know what? I'm gonna just keep it like that. But yeah, guys, I hate this stream so much. Without a doubt, this has to be the worst live stream in the history of my YouTube channel. I'm gonna try to live stream with my other laptop because this one is not it. This one is not meant for streaming, and I don't like that. Yeah, what? Did he just cuss on national television? Crazy. Bro, this stream is making me mad. Without a doubt, this is the worst stream that I've ever done in my life. Y'all can probably say that my very first stream is bad, but no, this one's way worse. This one's way worse. Bro, this stream is making me mad. No, wait, it's not the stream's fault. It's the laptop's fault. And it's another booking for Costa Rica. Why did I say Cruz Azul? I'm mad. Never in my life have I been so mad in a stream. Alright, I'm gonna just keep it at that. Dude, I've never been this mad in the stream. I swear I hate this stream so much. Actually, not like I said, it's not the stream's fault, it's the laptop's fault. But I think this match is ending 0-0. Both teams are scared to score on each other. Even though Mexico's dominated most of the match, but this match isn't going to the one, it's going 0-0.
Qué humildad, mi Celso, para que aprendan otros, ya sabes el codrillazo que le muerde la mano a mi tocayo. Déjate.
Yeah, if Mexico loses, if they were to lose, they would play USA because of the goal difference between Costa Rica and Mexico. Mexico has 5 goals scored and 2 received, while Costa Rica has 6 goals scored and 4 received. And now good cross in! Costa Rica's closing up really nice, but here goes Mexico. And it's recovered by Costa Rica now, and now here goes, and that's a dangerous free kick. There's a foul on Luis Chavez. And now Mexico has the opportunity because they have Luis Chavez who can shoot with his left foot and Alexis Vega who can shoot with his right foot. Very dangerous position for Mexico. Costa Rica has to be careful because it could either be Alexis Vega who shoots it, or it could be Luis Chavez. Very comfortable place to shoot for Alexis and for Luis Chavez. Who are y'all trusting, Alexis or Chavez for this free kick?
Pues Chávez llegó y le quitó la pelota de las manos y él la acomodó y otra vez la vuelve a acomodar. A patear de pierna izquierda Chávez.
Well, someone's already recording.
Todos detrás de la pelota, silba el árbitro, todo Costa Rica dentro del área. Keylor al medio de la portería.
Luis Chavez with the shot and it's
Directo al muro defensivo, Mafer Alonso.
off the wall. That's crazy. I thought Alexis Vega was gonna shoot that. But at the same time, it was Luis Chavez as well. Luis Chavez is another solid choice. And now Julian Quiñones is subbing in for Alexis Vega. I believe this is the last substitution for Mexico. And there's another substitution, but it's for Costa Rica. Actually, they're going to make 2 substitutions, so those are their last 2 substitutions. But yeah, guys, if Mexico were to lose this match, Costa Rica would be facing Saudi Arabia, and Mexico would be playing USA. I low-key kind of want to see Mexico versus USA, though, here in the Gold Cup. Bro, I feel so old seeing now Miguel Herrera with white hair. Time passes. Benfica versus Bayern Munich, the 24th of June, aka on Tuesday. I think Bayern's going to beat Benfica. Because if Boca wants to advance if Boca Juniors want to advance in the FIFA Club World Cup, they need to beat, I forgot what that other team's name was. And Bayern Munich has to beat Benfica. That's the only way that Boca Juniors can actually qualify to the next round of the FIFA Club World Cup.
Como partido, me ha faltado el gol, por eso no le puse 10. Kiki, también, y me voy con el mejor partido de México, por favor. Y bueno, los amargueiros.
And here's the link if you're able to join right now. Bro, this match is missing a goal. But I think it's gonna be 0-0. It's 0-0, guys. It's gonna be 0-0. Trust me. There isn't going to be a goal. At least that's what I'm seeing. You know, Cesar Huerta with a terrible crossing. And it's a goal kick in favor of Costa Rica.
Pero yo se hubiera querido ver a un Miguel Herrera más atrevido. ¿Por qué? Porque la llave para irlo a hacer Estados Unidos, entonces puede quedar fuera en la siguiente ronda, ¿no? Me parece que era más importante buscar el triunfo en este partido. El tiempo extra es presentado por Google.
5 minutes at a time.
5 minutos.
Gracias. Corte en el fondo. Cachorro Montes. Vargas de cabeza. La lucha Chávez, después Gallardo no puede.
It's a throw-in for Mexico. Still 0-0, guys. And they added 5 minutes. I think it's going to end that way, dude. I think the final score is going to be 0-0. With this 0-0, as I said, Mexico will play against Saudi Arabia in the quarterfinals, and USA will play against Costa Rica. I think Canada's advancing in the next game, though. I believe they're playing tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. There's a foul, and it's a free kick in favor of Costa Rica. Of course, it's behind the behind the midpoint. I mean the midfield. And then on Wednesday, Inter Milan is playing River Plate, which is going to be a pretty interesting game in my opinion, as I said. I think River Plate's going to give Inter Milan a good match. Especially because I feel like Inter Milan has fallen off after that loss to PSG in the UEFA Champions League. They haven't been the same team ever since.
Y te digo algo, Celso, este partido le va a dar tanta moral y lo va a fortalecer contra Estados Unidos, que la verdad, hoy Estados Unidos, sin Pulisic, cuando esta pelota se va, sin Pulisic, sin Sargent, sin Weston McKinney, sin, ¿quién más me falta? Tiene como 4 o 5 que no están. Sin esos jugadores que son la base, puede avanzar Costa Rica.
But yeah, Mexico, with this draw, the only reason why they're ending up in the first, how do I call it? In first place, it's because they scored 1 goal more than Costa Rica did. You ready? All right. And now here goes Costa Rica on the attack. And it's kept out by Julian Quiñones. No, and it's back to Jesus Gallardo. All right, guys, Adam is about to join. The guest is about to join. Bro, what a disappointing match. For both sides, in my opinion. Actually, no, for both managers. For Javier Aguirre, this is disappointing because Mexico dominated the full match and they weren't able to score anything. And then for Miguel Herrera, this is disappointing for him because Costa Rica hasn't really shown their full potential. And I feel like Mexico's done the same thing with Javier Aguirre. Don't get me wrong, they're both good. They're both great managers, but it's just disappointing. They're crossing. It's a scissor kick and it's in. Ladies and gentlemen, Santi Jimenez. Santi Jimenez, ladies and gentlemen. Santi Jimenez has just scored the winning goal for Mexico. And Mexico is up 1-0.
I'm here. Last minute winner.
That's crazy.
The last minute winner. It's over.
That's
Mexico
crazy.
The magic.
Last minute winner, bro.
And I apologize, but I came in the right moment. So we'll still be here for the next 15, 20 minutes. But yeah, last minute winner. Perfect timing.
Low-key, Miguel Herrera let me down today. I didn't see Costa Rica with their full potential. I feel like Costa Rica just tried to play a very safe game.
And by the way, you remember Deadball TV? That guy
Wait,
named
who?
I don't know if you know this guy. This channel, Deadball TV. He's celebrating the Mexico fan.
I don't think I've heard of that channel, being honest.
They're live right now, and you should subscribe to them. They have a host named Jack. I think he's Mexican American. Yes, a fan for the Selección Mexicano. But yeah, this is good. Last minute winner, perfect timing. Nice. From unmarked.
Costa Rica's first loss. That's crazy.
Last minute winner.
Bro, this is not the Miguel Herrera that I grew up watching, bro.
Yeah, it's no longer what it used to be. I know.
Wait, they're checking the VAR. I don't know if there's a handball or like any kind of contact, but the ref is checking the VAR.
They're having a look.
I don't know what the ref is checking though. I need to watch the replay. He's gonna check the VAR.
My goodness, VAR.
No way, are they actually going to get rid of Santi Jimenez's goal?
Even though this game wouldn't matter because you would have finished first, even
Oh, there was an offside.
if he was offside, why didn't they raise the freaking flag?
I mean, it was a pretty close.
It was
It
pretty
was a
close.
pretty close.
Oh,
Oh,
there.
it was a pretty close offside. Slightly offside. Santi Jimenez was slightly offside after checking the VAR. The
Doesn't this
ref
happen a lot of
has
games?
decided that it's
Oh,
offside.
that's
Costa Rica has
close.
gotten saved, ladies
Costa
and
Rica's
gentlemen.
gotten away with it, but it won't matter to Mexico, to us, to you guys and us, because we're still top in the group. Mexico will still top the group, even with the 0-0 draw. But it just makes the game boring. That's the problem.
Yeah, but he was slightly offside by like a few centimeters, I think. The ref blows his whistle. Oh wait, never mind. I thought he already blew his whistle for a full time. But I
He,
guess they're going up to the 98th minute.
the whistle is blown in the Dominican Republic game. 0-0, by the way, as well. 0
That's
0.
crazy though.
And
Bro, I don't know if Costa Rica got lucky or
and
Mexico was just not lucky at all.
that ball TV Jack is disappointed a bit. Even though Mexico did top the group, but they should be winning games. Yeah.
The ref has blown his whistle and it is full time, ladies and gentlemen. Costa Rica and Mexico drawn 0-0 with Santi Jimenez scoring a last minute goal. But after
There's
checking
this
the VAR, the referee has called an offside. That is very shocking. But yeah, Mexico was pretty
Herrera.
disappointed in the match.
Piojo.
They were dominant the full 90 minutes, but they were just unlucky.
Piojo shakes hands with Vasco, right?
Yeah. But in my
Yeah,
opinion, Pio Herrera is a better coach, in my opinion, at least.
then Vasco, you think?
I mean, I think
Or
it's because like I grew up watching like Miguel Herrera when like he
do
was
you
with
have
America.
memories? Yeah. It was that Club
Like back in
America.
2013.
Yeah. It was there in 2013, and I think he coached Tijuana at
Yeah,
2023
for a couple of years. I think in like
for a
from
couple of years. Yeah.
2015 to early 2017, he coached Tijuana. Then he went back to America
And I went back to
until
America.
2020. No, wait, close to 2021 because then they got Santiago Solari and then Miguel Herrera went to Tigres.
Yeah, I went to Tigres and that's yeah, and made a pretty good managing role.
Yeah.
But I know that I'm a bit late, but we'll be here for the next 15-20 minutes. I'm also gonna talk about the Club World Cup. I'm just trying to this but yeah, well, it won't matter. Yes, Mexico, we're the better side, but yeah, they deserve to win this game. Definitely the better team, even though the
Yeah, they
goal
were just
disallowed.
unlucky.
But don't some of these goals, like in other games, they get away with it and they never check VAR because
Yeah,
it
because
happens
I know, I
sometimes.
believe it was in the match between, like, I don't remember if it was Honduras versus El Salvador. Oh, no,
Oh,
it
that was
was. It
yesterday.
was Canada versus Curacao where they
Corazon,
had no
Canada, yeah.
VAR in the stadium. And, like, he just went to check
Yeah.
with, like, the assistant. No, wait, what's that referee called? The one that, like, lifts the board for
Absolutely.
substitutions and all that?
Curacao got many goals disallowed until the last few minutes.
Yeah.
But I heard
And
it was another team.
I heard that like in the Honduras versus El Salvador game that like a fan fell. I don't know from where, but like I think it was a throw-in for El Salvador, and like a fan just fell from like, I don't know if it was from like a high distance, but I think the fan is all right because the fan was just reaching for the ball and he just fell on his back. But I don't know. I don't know if there are any updates to that fan's injury. I don't know if it was a great fall or if it was just like nothing too serious.
I don't think nothing too serious. I heard nothing or see nothing, but if you don't know El Salvador Honduras isn't that was a rivalry. That was a classico. That was another intense game yesterday, along with the Monterrey River Plate boxing match at this point
Yeah,
because
dude,
they
I'm
hate
gonna
each
be
other.
honest. I thought Honduras versus El Salvador was going to be like a boring match.
But no, it ended 2-0. And they got the last minute goal, by the way. The mistake from the backline keeper, and they gifted them.
That's crazy. Let me see if they have any updates on the fans. Hold on. I mean, on the fan.
But yeah, that was El Clasico, bro, of Central America, I think. These two countries
All
they
right,
don't like.
so they haven't posted anything. They haven't said anything about the fan
Oh, I
that
thought I
fell.
heard something. Are we gone?
Let me see. All right, so from Tribuna.com it says spotted Honduras fan goes viral for hilariously bad attempt at controlling ball in stands. Okay, so it wasn't a bad fall. It wasn't a bad fall, which is pretty good. I thought that fan had fallen
No.
from like a good distance, but turns out that he was just trying to like be creative with the ball and just slipped on it, I guess. But yeah, Canada destroyed Honduras, by the way. I don't know if you saw the match.
Yeah. I think it was on Wednesday. I think so. No. Tuesday. They smashed them 6-0. 6-0, bro.
Yeah, it was crazy.
They got
And
destroyed.
Canada barely beat. No, wait, they didn't beat. They didn't beat Curacao. They drew with them, which was even more crazy.
Absolutely. And I think yeah, and I think it might have been Canada's B team. I think, but but yeah. By the way, real quick, I'm gonna get some water real quick. Give me like a
All
sec.
right,
I have a lot to say about
all right,
game, the group, and the Gold Cup and the Club World Cup.
all right. Save your tears for another day. Dang, I'm getting the song stuck in my head, and that is not a good sign. Because I'm not a huge fan of The Weeknd. Alright, nobody's in stream right now. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, we're back.
Alright. Dude, you know what would be cool? If we collab for the America versus Toluca Campeón
Super
de
Cup
Campeón
or
match.
campeones. Yeah, sure. I know that's like that's not until another 4 weeks, but we will be
Yeah,
there.
that's on the 20th of July.
July. Mm-hmm. And I don't think I should be doing anything serious. I don't think I have anything serious. I hope so. And that's on
Yeah.
Sunday, right?
Yeah, I believe it's on. Yeah, I think the 20th is on Saturday.
Or on Saturday? Oh, I thought it was on Sunday because I remember the last two. I think they were on Sunday.
Yeah, because the last one that happened was America Tigre. No, wait, America Tigres last year
That was last year. The year
what do I
before
got
that,
it?
I think.
Was the, hold on, wait.
Yeah, it was America.
Oh, I'm losing it. Hold on, wait. No,
Yeah,
because America Tigres was the Super Copa. Yeah, no, there we go. It was the Super Copa. Super
yeah.
Copa MX.
And this year it's going to be Toluca America.
Yeah.
And the year
Amazing
before that,
matchup, by the way. But I just hope Jardine fixes. I hope Jardine literally fixes like his play style because recently in these last 3 games, I would say he hasn't been the manager that I saw him throughout this entire season. And
absolutely
they
not.
got Yeah, and they got some transfer news by Club America. Well, they didn't give it to me, which America, if you're looking for a YouTuber to um be in contact with, please choose me. Just saying.
Hmm.
I'm like, please choose me. Just saying. But yeah, Diego Valdez has been transferred, I believe, to a Brazilian
Independent
team.
or something. No, to an Argentine
Oh, no, wait,
center.
I think
The
he was an
Independiente.
Argentine team, but I don't
Yeah, yeah.
remember.
I think it's pronounced
Jairo
Independiente.
de Tosun
I think.
is on a loan to LAFC.
Yeah, 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 I heard of that. Yeah, for the Club World Cup, and
Which
now like
I'm glad he's on the loan because when like
just for the Club
I
World
told
Cup,
my
or
dad, I
just
was
for the
like,
rest
if
of
I
the
were
season?
Jardine, I would put him on a loan. That way he can get more time to play to see if his level of football increases, and then once he's back in America, he can finally make some competition to Zendejas.
Absolutely. But but yes, and then shoot, I forgot what I was about to say. I know there's just a lot of things. By the way, before we talk about the quarterfinals, did you
Oh
saw
yeah, they
my
haven't started yet, right?
like you mentioned, before we talk about the World Cup, real quick, before we even talk about the Club World Cup as well, did you saw my video I made on the Club World Cup, the clubs with the most Instagram followers? I believe it has 300 views. Yeah.
Dang, that's good to hear. Let me see. Oh yeah, Jonathan Estrada, he's also being transferred.
He's leaving the club.
Yeah, he's the third goalkeeper for America. So like when they don't use Cota or Malagon,
Not sure.
that's literally him.
And then like they will want like more minutes, right?
Yeah, but
So
I
where?
think He's being transferred though. I don't think he's on a loan because it says right here, gracias por haber portado nuestros colores, Jonathan Estrada. Te deseamos éxito en tus siguientes proyectos. So yeah, so he's not out on a loan. He's basically
leaving officially.
already in.
So who is
He's
getting
basically
him?
on the transfer window. Huh?
Who's getting him?
I'm not sure because they haven't announced who he's going to play for.
What was? Oh yeah.
Like all they said was like a thank you and that they the best for his future.
Even though there hasn't been
And then right here they showed that but they haven't announced for how long though.
And by the way, wait, what's his last name?
What? Oh, okay. So for who?
What's his last name again? Jonathan. Club America's
Oh,
basketball.
Estrada. Estrada. Estrada.
Okay, I got you.
Dang, and Puebla. Puebla's getting Esteban Lozano, Miguel Ramirez, and Walter Portales for a loan. Three very young Club America talents
They're
to
going
Puebla.
to,
That's crazy.
and hopefully, let's see if they could succeed there. Absolutely.
Yeah, but honestly, I would have
In their
preferred them going to Necaxa.
Necaxa, they've been doing great business, and they've been on great form. They deserve to be in that semifinal more than Tigres.
Yeah, but that last minute equalizer was just like it was very, how do I say it? It was very controversial.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Diego Valdez has been transferred.
Officially.
And yeah, those are the latest transfer news for Club America. And they're almost revealing their kit for this coming
25 and
season. Well, upcoming season.
25, 26. Yep. For the Apertura.
Yeah, and some YouTubers in Mexico, Adidas already showed them like the new kit, but they can't reveal it to the people. Like this thing, I really had to be careful. I don't want there to be copyright. Sorry,
That's
Club America. Oh, sorry, Club America. My bad. But hey, at least they were just a few seconds. So there have been a lot of leaks of their kit. With now that Adidas is going to be their sponsor, and so is Red Bull. So Caliente.mx, I don't think is
even
going to
Red
be
Bull.
their sponsor anymore.
And even Red Bull. Okay, yeah, the energy drink.
Yeah, Red Bull Mexico is now going to sponsor them. If only Coca-Cola were to sponsor them again, then that would literally feel nostalgic. So these are the supposed leaked kits. So there's this one, which honestly I don't really like the design, but I don't know what's your take on it.
I take it. Well, even though these are leaks, I'll want to wait until the actual one. But
Because there's also this one that's supposedly leaked. Bro, if this ends up being the jersey, I'm buying it day one.
Oh, sorry, bro. My bad. I accidentally muted. What I was
Oh,
saying,
it's all good.
yeah, we'll see what else happens. As of look of it, maybe the strides could be a little bit better, but I want to see the actual version once it get released out.
Yeah, dude. Because if they
To officially
are to
announce it.
actually pull out this jersey, I don't care how much it costs, I'm buying that, bro. Because I know that Adidas said that they wanted to, like, make it like like how it was in the 90s when they were being coached by Leo Ben Hacker. And I think that the I can't even speak. My bad. I think this jersey right here would be the best jersey to use.
And then the formats,
Of course,
especially
if they
the
want to go the retro way.
mhm. And especially how those Adidas strikes back. And Club America
Yeah,
will join, the Adidas club. Like, you know how many clubs are sponsored by Adidas? I know there's plenty, but you
many.
know, you know how many big clubs are sponsored by Adidas? You know how many guesses? Not number, but by club. Do you
Let
know?
me see. Hold on. Because in the
Yeah.
Premier League, I believe Leicester City is one of them. I could be wrong. Man United, I know is sponsored by Adidas. Who else? Who else? Hold on, wait. No, Tottenham isn't. Okay, so it's Leicester City, Man United, from what I remember. No,
Um,
Brighton isn't sponsored by Adidas. Hold on.
no, no, that's
All right, let
Nike.
me go to Spain. So for Adidas in Spain, I know it's Real Madrid. I know it's
Hmm.
not Real Betis. Espanyol, I don't think they're
I think
sponsored
Real
by
Madrid
Adidas.
might be the only one because everyone else, even Bilbao, Sociedad, or Valencia, they're not even they're something else. Oh no,
Yeah,
Valencia
because
is Puma.
in Mexico it's Tigres.
There's
Who
plenty of
else
them.
has three stripes around? Okay, so it's Tigres. I know
Adidas.
Tigres. No, Atlas doesn't have Adidas anymore.
I don't.
I could say America, but currently they're still in their
They're
contract
about
with
to.
Nike, so that one technically doesn't count. Chivas
They're
has
about to.
Puma, I believe.
All right, you know what?
Chivas
I'm.
doesn't have Adidas.
All right, can I say this?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, you know what? All right, so you know what? Technically, all right, these are the right answers. So, going back to all right, fine. We'll say Mexico, then back to England. In
All
Mexico,
right.
yes, Club America, they're about to enter soon. But yeah, Tigres, they're sponsored by Adidas. Um, Let me see who else.
I think Atlas used to be sponsored by
Atlas used
Adidas
to
as
be,
well.
and I think I think Tigres might be the only one in Mexico right now um because everyone else, Monterrey, Chivas, are sponsored by Puma
Yeah.
right now. Um, and but I could tell you about Brazil's results in a bit. Oh, by the way, Inter Miami or is Adidas.
Yeah. So I know it's LAFC, Inter Miami.
LA Galaxy are sponsored by Adidas as well,
All right, so that's four in the North American
and I think
countries.
New York City counts as well, and the Red Bulls, New York
So
Red
that's
Bulls.
six.
All right, and
Because I
you want to
know.
know?
Oh wait, now I remember. Okay, so in England it's Man United, Leicester City, and
Manchester
Fulham.
City is not. Manchester City is Puma actually.
Wait, Leicester City?
Yeah, they used to be Adidas until like 2017 or something, or 2018. I think Puma took over since then. It's been
All right.
Puma
Okay,
for a
so
while.
Fulham has
Tottenham.
Adidas.
No. Oh,
No,
Fulham.
Tottenham has
Yes,
Nike.
yes. Fulham pro. Is pro. Fulham. Yes. West Ham. Nah.
No, West Ham doesn't.
No.
Neither is Aston Villa.
No, Aston Villa. I, I think they're Adidas.
Hold on, wait,
Aston
let me
Villa.
search it up. Let me search it up real quick. Oh yeah, Aston Villa is sponsored by Adidas as well. Yeah, Aston Villa is also sponsored by Adidas.
Damn it! I accidentally muted. Yes,
It's
Aston Villa.
okay.
Aston Villa are Adidas, bro.
Yeah, I searched it up right now.
It is. I think along with I know some teams are getting promoted, like Leeds. I think Leeds are part of Adidas. Leeds United.
Oh,
Same thing with Burnley. Let me
let
see.
me see.
Oh, and Newcastle as well.
Oh yeah,
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Yes, the horses from North England. The English. Yep. They're also sponsored by Adidas. Crystal Palace. Nope.
Alright, so it says right here 11 of the top 20 teams, including 6 of the top 10 most lucrative partnerships, according to Footy Headlines. Oh, Arsenal too.
Oh yeah, Arsenal. I kind of forgot.
I completely forgot about Arsenal. I'm sorry,
Yeah, Arsenal
Arsenal.
Adidas. You're right. They are
My
sponsored by
apologies,
them,
Arsenal.
and I think they might be the only
Apologies,
London club
Arsenal. I have
to be
failed you.
the only
And
London
then
club that might
Milan
have
to
Adidas.
Milan isn't. Dang, it's hard. That's what she said. Never mind. That wasn't the right
What
time
about
to make.
Everton? Liverpool's crosstown neighbors. Weberton. No, they're not.
Okay, so Roma is also Yes, Leicester City is sponsored by Adidas.
What do you mean? No, they're sponsored by Puma, Manchester City, or
Oh no,
unless
I
you're
didn't
talking.
say Manchester City. I said Leicester City.
Oh, Leicester City. My bad, bro. Thought you were pronouncing it.
That's why
Yes.
I was confused. I was like, is he saying
Yeah, yeah.
Manchester City?
Of course, I'm saying Manchester City, but Leicester City. Oh, that's the one. Yes,
Yeah, that's
yes,
what I
yes.
was saying. I was like Leicester City, and you were like, no, not Manchester City.
Yeah, that's the one. Uh-huh. Yeah, they're sponsored by Adidas, even though they're going back to the
Yeah, let me share my
championship.
screen. Yeah.
And yes, and yes,
Stop. I'm never gonna stream on this laptop ever again. It's literally so slow.
absolutely.
All right, so there's Inter Miami, Juventus, Leeds United, Leicester City. I forgot what team this is. Flamengo,
Yeah,
Bayern
Flamengo are
Munich,
sponsored.
Arsenal. I forgot what this team is.
Wait, could you share your screen or you can't? Because I know.
Oh yeah, I am. I'm sharing my
Oh,
screen,
oh, oh,
but
I know.
for some,
The red kit, the red
for some
white
darn reason, this
IS.
laptop is being very slow.
The red and white IS, that's Internacional from Porto Alegre. Internacional, or Inter for sure. Internacional,
Internacional.
River Plate from Argentina, the one that drew 0-0 with that dirty
I have
ball.
Benfica too.
Benfica, Sporting Lisbon's crosstown rivals, basically, because they don't like each other.
Yeah,
Greece, that Greek team, Olympic
yeah.
Ganyo. It's
Oh,
called
Ajax too.
Ajax. It's pronounced Ajax. The
Oh,
Axe. Yep. Or Ajax.
yeah,
But
dude.
it's
It's cause like the villain from like the first Deadpool movie, his name was Ajax, and like I know
um
in Mexico, from what I've seen in the Champions League, they call it Ajax, and like I'm like, it's
Ajax.
probably pronounced Ajax, but it's just the way that they pronounce it.
Yeah, I pronounce as well Ajax. Yeah, they're all sponsored. Boca Juniors as well. Crosstown rivals of River Plate, Union Berlin, and that another club. Yes, that's who they have. Adidas. Oh yeah, they forgot to add on Cruzeiro and Atletico Mineiro because yes, they're rivals, but they're
Oh
sponsored by
yeah,
Adidas. And they didn't add Atletico Mineiro Cruzeiro on that list.
hold up. B plus is a little too high for Tigres right now.
Yeah,
I
because
would
based on
honestly
point.
give Tigres right now at least a B minus. They haven't really been the same after Paunovic left them.
But yeah, by the way, I know it's 9:30.
Bro, I think
So
I'm gonna.
hold on. We haven't even talked about the I know it's getting late, but we haven't talked about the two other things because we're busy talking about Club
Yeah,
America.
let's do it because like this laptop is low key making me mad.
Yeah, I know. So two things. So Mexico will play Saudi Arabia and
Saudi
Phoenix,
Arabia.
right?
Yeah.
Right?
And Costa
And
Rica is playing the US.
I don't know where, but it's played in but I know the game Mexico Saudi Arabia will play in Phoenix, and I think it's on a Saturday.
Bro, no
So
hate to Saudi Arabia or anything, but I think Mexico is gonna destroy them.
yeah, they might just
I
bat
mean,
it in.
last
Maybe
time
not.
that they played off against each other, it's
And
all
you know,
good. X dog Z Y F N. My laptop's literally doing the same thing. It's cause like this is usually not the laptop that I used to like stream, and
and
like
let's
it sucks.
and let's not
Cause
forget
it's like
Mexico.
one of those old like school laptops, and I'm not liking it.
Yeah, I feel you. But what I was saying, Mexico, the last time they played Saudi Arabia was that World Cup. Especially, you can see that last minute goal, which led Mexico out on goal
Bro, I
difference.
remember watching that match
Yeah, I remember that. It was
in
so
like
pissed
oh I
off.
forgot how that class was called, but like we were just watching the match. It was so much fun. And like Mexico, I believe they scored like two goals that like were disallowed, or actually more. And like it was crazy. But I think Mexico might destroy them. I think
Yeah,
Costa Rica. I think Costa Rica versus the U.S. is going to be a pretty more even game. But USA, I love you, but I think Costa Rica's taking the win.
honestly, football heritage Costa Rica. Honestly, they probably should go for it.
Yeah,
And then does that mean? And I won't be surprised if one I won't be surprised if they want another USA Mexico Classico.
yeah.
Honestly, in my opinion, like first of all, why are they trying to do the freaking CONCACAF Gold Cup at the same time as the FIFA Club World Cup? when they're
That's
not
what I
competing.
was saying. Like that's what I asked my dad. I'm like, why are they doing it in the same time? But I
Bucks.
guess it's fair because like 2 years, the Gold Cup is every 2 years, and the last time that the Gold Cup was a thing was back in 2023.
Fair enough, but here's the thing: like, they also promised us a Super Gold Cup that they were going to invite possibly France, Brazil, Colombia, and they promised that but no,
Yeah,
but
I think that was supposed to happen in this year's Gold Cup.
here's Gold Cup and they lied honestly, and they invited Saudi Arabia, which in my opinion they don't even have all their players because half of them play for Al Khan, Real Madrid's
Yeah,
group. Can you pronounce Al Khan in your way, by the way? The Saudi Arabian side.
not really. I'm not really that good at pronouncing Saudi Arabian teams. Being completely honest.
I know it's hard, but could you at least say it just once?
Wait, which one is it?
Al Khan or Ali Khan.
Ali Hal. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's with an L at the end or an N.
Yeah. And I know they'll say like Arabic pronunciation. I did hear it, so I kind of had it to pronounce it in the English way. They say Ali Khan or Al Khan or yeah. But yes, that's the team that we're um that's going to take half of Saudi Arabia's best players,
Yeah.
half of their players. So it just doesn't make sense. And by the way, remember the guy, like I said, I mentioned in the comments, Istial Montel, who scored for Pachuca at least to get one goal back against Real Madrid, right?
Yeah, because I heard that in the last minutes, Pachuca was really trying to score that second
Yeah,
goal.
yeah. Even this game was over, they did show a good fight. And I know Raul Asensio got sent off in that game. And
Yeah,
yeah,
in like the 7th or 6th minute, I don't remember.
I
I was
think it
at
was
church at
because
that
of
point.
it was because it was a denial of a goal scoring opportunity against Rondon,
Oh,
I think. And yes, they send them off and and they missed a free kick, but it wasn't by much. And fair enough to Corta, he did make some good saves against against Mexico. I mean Pachuca. Even though I think there was I think yes um shit, I forgot. But yeah, this game was played in Charlotte, North Carolina, rather than LA.
yeah.
The Pachuca Real Madrid. And remember the guy that not the guy, but technically he's 19 years old. He's Stalin Moltier, the one that scored from open play for Pachuca in the 81st minute. He wants, I think he wants to play for Mexico in the Gold Cup, but he couldn't because Pachuca won't let him go because the
Yeah,
club
because
broke
I
up.
mean, Pachuca, like their sole purpose in the Liga MX is just to build up players and then just sell them.
Yeah, sell them for profit, even though they do make them pretty good. And yes, Pachuca, they are trying to develop the South America Mexico connection.
Yeah.
And yeah. And we all know South America, how they produce talent. As
Yeah,
you
and
know.
so does Europe. Like literally every European team has a lot of talent.
But here's the thing, but I will say this. What are your thoughts on South American teams only having one loss so far in this tournament?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm glad that I'm being surprised. I'm honestly very proud of that because you don't really see like um South American teams like standing up against the big European teams. Like when it was Botafogo versus PSG, I thought PSG
Yes.
was gonna have a blowout like how they did against
Oh shit.
Atletico Madrid. But Botafogo just, I guess they were just like playing very defensively and they
Uh,
they managed to win. That's all I'm gonna say. So congratulations to Botafogo
I was
for
shocked.
defeating the best club in Europe, at least in this moment. I would say that Barca's the best team right now
Based
in
on
Europe,
form.
but since PSG won the UEFA Champions League, for now they're definitively the best team in Europe by default, at least.
Based on form.
Yeah,
Absolutely. And then I think PSG might have an off day. I expect them to smash the shit out of Seattle. But you know what? But do you know what I'm convinced?
huh?
Flamengo 3, Chelsea 1. Yes, I made
I
a
know,
prediction.
right? And Chelsea was up 1-0.
Yes, and yes, they go yes. So but yes, Felipe Luis, former player from Chelsea, even though he was only here for 1 year because he mostly spent with Atletico Madrid.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he was the face of Atletico Madrid before Griezmann joined them from from Carlos Velas's team Sociedad.
yeah,
But I think Felipe Luis and Fernando Torre were the face of Atletico Madrid before Griezmann.
yeah, I agree.
Yes, he outcoached Enzo Maresca, the current manager of Chelsea. He outcoached, outplayed, and outschooled him. He brought on Bruno Enrique, the king of big games when it matters, especially whether it's against Botafogo, Vasco, Palmeiras,
Yeah,
Corinthians, and or Chelsea. It doesn't matter. He shows up. He turns on the battery, and and and
yeah,
and, and, and
because
he
you
shows
don't really see like South American teams beat big teams. Well, big European teams. So that's
not as much.
honestly that looks great for South American teams because I feel like with them defeating like the top teams in the world, like they're going to gain a lot of popularity, not just from like the US, but like from all
All
over
over
the
the
world.
world. And they'll get known, and more Europeans must respect that. But as
Yeah,
for Brazilian teams, bro, all eight, all four teams undefeated. All 8 games in the first 2 days, not a single defeat. And this could
the,
change tomorrow. There's still 2 games. We're heading to the last day.
yeah.
You know who's playing tomorrow? Atletico Madrid, Botafogo, and
I
let's
think
not forget,
I think Botafogo is going to beat Atletico Madrid,
and they're gonna
especially
knock them out.
since they beat PSG. They're going to have that confidence. They're going to be like, well, if we could beat PSG, we could obviously beat Atletico Madrid.
And they can, and they better not lose by 2 goals or more, or else they could be out. Even though PSG will try bounce back, but as well um even though as well you want to know something? Now
Uh huh.
Flamengo beating Chelsea. Guess what? Yes, Chelsea, they could go out in the group stage if they lose to the Tunisian team, but they'll likely finish second now. Because
Yeah.
guess what? Flamengo, they're avoiding Bayern. And guess what? We're going
Huh.
to have a Chelsea versus Bayern Munich in the round of 16.
Bro, that match is going to
Big.
cook. That
It's
match is
big.
going to cook.
In my opinion, I think Bayern Munich are the favorites.
I mean, Bayern Munich for this past year, well, actually for like a year and a half now, they've been a
They
really
haven't been.
solid team, especially with the inclusion of Harry Kane, which nobody thought like Harry Kane joining would make such an impact. But
It would. Absolutely. Absolutely, bro. You lagged. You're lagging again. God damn it. Damn it. Damn it. I know this fucking computer. This freaking computer. But yeah, sorry about that, guys. If I swear, but it's just ridiculous.
For reals, bro.
I know,
No,
I know
but yeah,
you.
as I was saying, I think Harry Kane joining Bayern Munich is probably one of the best things to have happened in Bayern Munich recently, especially after they transferred Lewandowski to Barca. Them getting Harry Kane, like I would even argue that Harry Kane's probably in his prime right now.
On form, yes. And he probably is. And we'll be looking for even more goals, especially. Yeah, I think Bayern they're the favorites against Chelsea,
Yeah, I
and
agree.
for Flamengo, they will either play Benfica or Boca Juniors. We'll see that result on Tuesday.
Yeah, because I believe Boca has to
They
win
have
by
Auckland
two or
City.
more goals as long as Benfica loses to Bayern Munich.
It could be possibly six, or it depends if, or maybe let's say they'll have to win by like let's say probably a 6 goal difference margins. Okay, doesn't mean they have to score six, but like maybe it depends how much Bayern scores. Let's say Bayern Munich just beat one, could need six, I think, or four or five, or if Bayern scores two, I think they need 4 or 5 because Benfica also destroyed Auckland 6-0.
Dang, so that's very difficult for
Yes, Boca Juniors
Boca.
they should,
Because
but
Boca equalized 2-2 with
Benfica, which cost
Benfica, and then they lost 2-1, so they have 3 goals scored. And then Benfica with those 2 goals, and then with those 6 goals, that's 8.
6 goal advantage, 7 goal advantage technically. So they'll have to
Dang.
smash if they'll have to smash them 6 or 7-0 if Bayern beats them only 1-0. And I think Bayern Munich, what they're going to do, they might even just not even go full force. They'll just rotate, maybe if they can, if they wanted to.
Yeah, but Boca literally needs what's it called? They need a miracle. Because if Bayern Munich is able to annihilate
I'm not.
Benfica, then Boca, all they have to do is just win.
Yes, exactly. And if let's say Bayern beats them 5-0, then yeah, they just need 3 or 4, which I think they'll go for it because Auckland they're probably not even a professional team. I have no idea why they're here, but it's because of the continents
Yeah,
of the conspiracy. But I expect that to happen, and yes. So if Flamengo, in my opinion, they're better than Benfica and Boca Juniors based on form. I expect them to win, even though football isn't played on the pitch with 3 teams. But I wish it is. Um, I expect them to get the job done against either one of those two, and then, which means they might play PSG in the quarterfinals.
yeah,
Which and who knows, they could meet Real Madrid in semis. That would be a dream scenario, but I believe now quarters now because they beat
yeah,
Chelsea and they're avoiding Bayern Munich. That's why.
yeah. Because like I said, like Boca needs a miracle. That's all they need. Well, Monterrey too, but I think Monterrey because they equalized in both games, they're technically already out.
Even though it could go to last day, I know Monterrey has Red Diamond. Well, Inter Milan, and River Plate. I mean, they they could
That
just
match is
draw
gonna be insane.
that game. If it ends in a draw, Monterrey's definitely out. So Monterrey
Yeah,
might have to score like 3 or 4 plus Inter. Not or possibly an Inter Milan win, which Inter Milan they still haven't recovered 3 weeks ago's massacre.
yeah,
And I know
I agree.
I
They
expect
haven't been the same.
Monterrey. I expect them to win. that game against Red Diamond because they did got a good results against Monterrey. I mean, Inter Milan and River Plate.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, Inter Milan, like, they're still affected by that 5-0 loss against PSG. Like, I
Yeah,
feel
that's
like
true.
if it were a
Like I
different
said,
scenario, then Inter Milan could have beat Monterrey at least like 3 or 2 to 1.
definitely 3-1 exactly. Or yeah, and I don't know if they can beat River Plate. Lautaro Martinez has been scoring goals for them now in those last two games. Fair
Yeah.
enough to him, but I expect Inter to just make it to round 16. They could meet Fluminense. I could be wrong. It could be them. But yeah,
You
we.
know what would be a crazy scenario?
Mhm.
If Inter and PSG play against each other one more time.
That would be absolute ridiculous. I don't know if they, or maybe they can, but I think Inter the way that they're playing, I think they
They
might
have
just
no
round
chance.
16 early, and it could be against Fluminense. Who knows?
Yeah.
Fluminense, they could also as long as Dortmund doesn't pass them on goal difference, they could
Yeah.
top the group, and Fluminense might avoid Inter or something.
Yeah, because I feel like
Right.
Dortmund's definitely been a letdown in this FIFA Club World Cup. They haven't really been the team that they were these past 2 seasons.
They weren't exactly, and I know that I know for some of these teams they want to end their season, but FIFA, we all know that FIFA wants that money.
Yeah.
They love their
That's
money,
all they care about.
and let's not forget Inter Miami is here because FIFA wanted to. Well, they kick
Because
out
they
Club
wanted Messi
Club
in the
World Cup.
FIFA Club World Cup, which is sad in my opinion because I'm a
Ridiculous.
Messi fan, not a Ronaldo fan. Like I respect
Exactly.
Ronaldo. Like without a doubt, Ronaldo is one of the greatest strikers of all time. Even though I say that Messi's
Forward.
better, but I do have to agree on that. The Inter Miami was just brought in just so that Messi could play, and it hurts me to say, but it's just the truth.
It's the truth, and then and you know what? I don't get it. Like here's the thing. But yet they want to kick out like Club Leon, all because of
I
same
mean,
ownership, even though they
it
won the
made
championship.
sense for Club Leon if you think about it because it's multi-property.
But here's the thing: I doubt they probably would have allowed Girona or or New York City, because if UEFA allowed this, then FIFA will just twist the words because of how corrupt. I disagree about that. Okay. As for that, I thought so. I thought so. Well, even but they still won the Champions Cup. Still,
Yeah,
I know that I know Club America wants that spot, but even though they should have won that 2024 CONCACAF Champions Cup, they should have beaten Pachuca, who probably lost their form now in the last year ever since
yeah,
winning
but
that.
Pachuca, when they play against America, I'm not talking about when they play visitor. When they play home, Pachuca is just a completely different animal when they play against America. Because
Yeah,
against Chivas and like other teams, they literally play like a small team. But when they play against America, especially when they're playing home, they literally like measure up to them, and I'm like, why doesn't Pachuca play against everyone else like how they play against America, and then Pachuca would actually have a bigger chance of actually winning another Liga MX
or
trophy because
silverware.
against Chivas, like Pachuca against Chivas, it's just like they just want to lose to Chivas, but when they play against America, they have like that sensation of, oh, we better beat this team and all that, and it's just sad.
And they've always like you've always conceded them to the in the league, but they don't want to do their job
Yeah,
when it matters. Like even against Cruz Azul, they've also
yeah.
giving them free goals. And like in Pachuca, technically, Club America, oh, I don't know, Pachuca to Mexico City, I think from what I heard is like a 2 or 3 hour drive. But they're not like technically close rivals.
Yeah,
Sure,
but I
would you?
mean, Pachuca versus America, I could consider it a rivalry. I mean, for some time, like America versus Tigres was also considered a rivalry.
Well, it made sense because Tigres, yeah, they're a bigger club, and obviously, and then those last 2 years with those finals, especially recently,
Yeah, because America right now they just annihilate Tigres when it comes to results.
because there was also debates. America versus Tigres should be the new El Clasico of Mexico as well.
Nah, for me, honestly, it's America Cruz Azul.
Yeah, I agree.
It's the new
America Cruz
Clásico
Azul
of
by far.
Clásicos. Is America Pumas even still considered a Clásico? Because I feel like it's lost its value as a Clásico very recently.
It's exactly, and because based on form, like unfortunately Pumas just couldn't do the um Atletico Madrid, against Real Madrid. They're Pumas, and same thing with Vasco da Gama in Rio de Janeiro against Flamengo. Whether it's either Vasco or Fluminense, one will do worse than one will either do bad, another one will try to compete with, Flamengo, the opposition. And but yeah, you want to know something? In 2023, when Cruz Azul was bad, Pumas was okay, I would say, under Antonio Mohamed.
Oh
They were
no, with Antonio Mohamed, you can't deny they were probably one of the best of that season.
they were
Like
good.
Mohamed literally carried Pumas. And they even eliminated Chivas. Well, they didn't just eliminate Chivas, they annihilated Chivas. I remember that game. I think Pumas beat them like 3-0 or something. And they were just unlucky. I forgot who they got eliminated. No, wait, I think they got eliminated by Tigres because Tigres
Yeah,
in that
semifinal December.
tournament faced America yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
because
that's fine.
America faced Atletico de San Luis.
And then you guys knocked out Leon and then San Luis like four
Yeah,
two
but
and 5.
for me, Antonio Mohamed is another one of those like great coaches. Even though I'm still hurt from the Toluca game, but I'm just very proud of him.
Fair play to him. Yeah,
A highly
absolutely.
respected coach, in my opinion.
I agree. And then the performances like on the pitch, like in my opinion, Toluca, yes, I know they were not in CONCACAF Champions Cup this year. We'll have to wait next year, but I think like even they based on form they're better than Pachuca, and they probably deserve to be in the Club World Cup, and they probably would have showed Real Madrid um a better fight. Yes, okay, they probably won't win, but mate, I don't know about a draw, but closer like a 3-2.
Yeah, because Toluca knows how to play. Well, not just Toluca, but Antonio Mohamed. They just know how to play like big. How do I say it? Like very important matches. They know how to play and they know how to win it.
Absolutely.
Especially with Alexis Vega literally having, I'd even argue to say that it's his best season since he's been with Chivas.
Absolutely. And he's been thriving for everyone's but even though if Toluca was in the Club World Cup, he wouldn't be called up for Mexico's Gold Cup.
That is true. And if
And then,
America would have gone to the FIFA Club World Cup, Vasco would sadly would have taken Malagón away and these Red Reyes. But I don't know why Vasco doesn't call up Kevin Alvarez. Like Kevin Alvarez this season, especially last season, he carried America, bro. Like he's a right back that can get you inside the box and
yeah,
shoot or send in a good cross.
and the
And I'm
other guy,
just
yeah,
sad that Vasco doesn't see that in him.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, dude, I think I'm gonna end this stream here. Because if
Yeah.
not, I feel like this laptop's just going to be kicking me out again.
Oh, fair enough. You know what? I gotta go as well. Big up everyone. Let me know when you're gonna make. Are you gonna do the quarterfinal stream next
Oh, I'm
week?
not sure. I doubt it because I have like college from like Tuesday to Thursday, so I
So
won't be available.
Saturday. The game is on Saturday.
I'll think about it. If they pass it through Unimas or Univision, I'll definitely consider it. But yeah, guys, if you want to watch more football content, please make sure to
Big
subscribe
up.
to Adam right here. He's currently at 7,000 subscribers.
Trying to reach
Let's get him
8K.
to 8,000 if it's possible, or 9,000 or 10,000. Shout out
Mega
to
expansion.
everybody who contributed in this chat. Shout out to X Dog. No wait. Yeah, X Dog Z YFN.
Big up.
Shout
I'm gonna
out.
go.
Shout out to everyone else who commented on the other stream. And yeah, guys, I hope you all take care, stay happy, stay healthy, be the best person you can be, spread positivity to all those around you. This is your boy, Johnny, and I'm out. Adios, amigos! Hold on. Adios.